It's time to hear from you guys. You guys can leave voicemails to 310. Fuck, I don't have the doc in front of me, and I don't have this number memorized.com. No, shut up. I got so lost in it. You can call 310-844-6459. And I went on the Unhinged Instagram, Unhinged with Chris Klemens. I know. Fucking crazy. And I asked you guys to send in your thoughts. It could be things you love, things you despise about just everything that has to do with our... Oh, you're yawning?
No,
Is it this
I'm
fucking boring?
having so much fun, my brain can't keep up.
Right.
Just keep fucking... I want to listen to voicemail.
All right, well, then let's play them. But they're
Okay,
about
play
the
one.
entertainment industry, influencers. I let people just have it.
I can't wait.
Basically, I want other people to say the opinions I hope. Just play them.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, I hope that you
starting
and
with first
Booger
of all.
and Andrew are thriving. One
Thank
thing
you.
that I am so fucking sick of is people feeling obligated to pick sides between like two shitty influencers when there's drama. Like, I don't get why we can't all agree that both sides should just go away.
What?
Maybe stop giving either of them attention. I don't know. I'm sick of it. I'm over it.
Oh my...
Why pick your poison when no one's making you take the poison?
Oh my God!
I'm drunk, but goodbye.
This is you drunk? Oh my God, I wish I had like an eighth of the brain that you have when you're like,
her drunk calling the Unhinged
is like
podcast.
the most groundbreaking thought I've ever had.
It's very true.
Like, why don't we just... I'm shook.
I think it's because this is the pseudo reality television that people have always craved. We have access to influencers the way that people wish they had access to like Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt.
Come on,
15
dissertation.
Years ago. Oh, here's my thesis. Are you
Give
ready?
it.
It is the unfettered access that makes people pick sides and act like they're involved, and it makes them feel important if they can leave a comment and they know that the influencer will see it.
But why can't they still leave a comment that's just like, fuck both these bitches?
Well, I see a lot of those too.
Oh, okay.
But she has a very valid point.
That is, it's like, oh my God, during the election, for example, people are like, they're both evil, I'm not voting. It's like, but they're the first to be like, I'm picking a side.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They're like, Sienna May is, and it's like, girl, it's not that fucking
I'm
serious.
Team Bryce, and I'm also paparazzi.
Team Bryce on God.
On God. On God.
Delete.
Anyways, yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
I love that thought. Just fuck both parties.
Literally, fuck them all. Because the more attention you give,
That's what drives me
It eggs
crazy. Is
them
like
on.
the fact that like Gabby Hanna is still. You don't have to say
this is
anything.
her career, though.
But
That's
is
like,
it? She is like one of like 3 artists that had the top 3 songs on iTunes. Her, Shawn Mendes, and like Bieber or something.
Gabby Hanna?
No, it's scary. It's frightening. I saw it with my own eyes. I checked. I didn't even know iTunes still had charts. And like this was what, a year, 2, 3 maybe ago.
Oh my God.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like, don't do this shit. You apparently can. I don't know if you can sing, but like clearly you can chart top, and that's something we can't fucking do. To freedom. Next call.
you yelling at your audience to
Hi,
get
Chris.
you.
My name's Brittany. The thing that I hate the most about influencers is just how finicky the whole world is. It really pisses me off that we
passion.
have serious issues
much
going on
passion.
with people like James Charles, where people are actually accusing him of committing literal crimes and nothing is happening. And he's coming back to YouTube and everything just is fine. It's fine. And it happens so many times. It's happened again with David Dobrik. It keeps on happening.
Got dissertation part
Why
2.
does this keep happening? Meanwhile, perfectly good people like Jenna, who are truly, truly sorry, meanwhile are, taking the time that they need away. And then there's so many people that just
James
come
took
back
the time away for his
for
birthday.
no fucking reason that no one even wants to hear. No one wants to
He
hear.
rented
Go
a lake
away,
house
you're
or
gross.
something.
No one likes
Tana
you.
went to
but
Mexico.
we lose out on perfectly good people who messed up a couple of times and are truly, genuinely sorry and feel
Yeah.
terrible about it. But meanwhile, we have these people who just do whatever they want and get away with it. It
passion
just
in
makes me
these
mad.
is-
Yes.
Anyway, love you. Thanks for having a great podcast.
I have so much to say. Brittany, you served.
Dissertation number 2, go.
Okay,
From
here we
Brittany
go.
to Brittany.
Okay, where do I even start? I just forgot what she said.
Oh.
You go.
She basically said like, wait, what did she say? Oh my God, this is not a bit.
Okay.
How the influencer world is just so fucked up. And
Okay,
like,
here's my thing. Ready,
Everybody
ready?
is given another. Well, that's before you get into it. Hold that thought though. 'cause
Yeah.
I do. It's like almost comforting because I do care about being a good person, doing like making sure I'm doing positive stuff.
Right.
Obviously, I bully people on the internet sometimes. It happens, okay? You just had a day and it pisses you off. But, like, it is almost comforting that it's like, oh, if, like, some of these people can fully come back after literal crimes. I'm like...
But it's comforting in a demented way.
Oh, in an incredibly, like, Stockholm Syndrome, this is our world now vibe. Yeah, 100%.
So the thing is, and if y'all are on YouTube, Smokey Glow. She is one of my favorite...
Oh, my God. I love Smoke. She breaks it just
This
the
bitch,
fuck down.
She writes... essays.
She followed me on Twitter like the other week, and I have chills thinking about it.
Oh my God,
mostly
I love her
I think
so
it's
much.
sweat coming out because I'm wearing a wig still. But like, oh my God.
No, we love you so much.
Oh my God, Smokey
Like,
Glow.
if you are looking for a detailed, note-taking, fair, objective analyses,
it's like a research
of
paper,
internet drama,
but like consumable.
Yes.
It's not receipts and tea.
it's not tea. And she's very clear to say that. She's like, this is not tea. This is sexual assault. These are real people.
Oh my God.
These are crimes.
I have chills. I have full chills.
And like
when
the
I think
way
about
that,
her.
oh my God, she's just amazing. But my point in saying all that is she made a very valid point in saying that people like James Charles and the Lopez brothers, where, you know, if you take the time away and you come back and just hope that people forget, that is enough, it feels like. And she's like, I'm sick of the term accountability. I'm sick of all of these overused terms and empty promises to just come back and do the same thing. You are a bad person.
100% fucking.
But the thing is like, what is it going to take? Because Brittany made a valid point of like Jenna Marbles. Like that was
motherfucking Susan Wozniak or whoever the fuck you are at YouTube. It's like, stop holding James Charles as the fucking golden child.
Well, and even Logan Paul after his thing.
Bro.
He came back bigger than ever.
He's like fucking Duke and Floyd Mayweather.
I literally like these. Okay, and this is what Smokey Glow said too. She said,
I love that you came with like literal quotes.
Oh yeah, no, this is it. She said we need to stop giving people these redemption arcs. Shane Dawson was one of the most infamous one. He gave Jake Paul, Jeffree Star, and Tana Mojo a redemption arc.
Honestly, Shane Dawson shouldn't be allowed on YouTube.
I literally, him coming back is like, it's gonna happen. Yes, it's gonna happen.
And I heard a rumor that he's coming back with a Free Britney documentary, and I'm like, fuck you, fuck you.
Like,
will I watch it? Probably, because you know it'll be detailed.
I just like that whole world.
He sucks.
No, they all do. And that whole world is just like. She made a valid point. It's like, but it's people like that who continue to give these videos views because it's interesting.
Well, it's also like, what the fuck could they say that could redeem pedophilia?
Exactly.
Grooming.
There is nothing. And
saying the N-word. Like,
yeah, they're all going to continue to make these type of videos, and they're just going to constantly be a presence on these channels because.
And it drives me, and people don't understand that the way people go away is by resisting the urge to talk about, which is all we've done on this episode. But honestly, I don't think it's wrong in a realm where all of these people are still maintaining careers to let it go and not talk about it. It's horseshit.
But okay, let me ask you
the fact that for James Charles, for example, his channel was temporarily demonetized.
Yeah.
Temporarily.
Yeah. What does that mean?
What the fuck? And then Morphe is still low-key selling his shit for just minus the 10% using code dipshit. Like, ugh. It really makes me mad because that's like it's like fucking global warming. People like use paper straws, but it's like, no, these companies need to be doing more and actually, I don't know, taking accountability.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So for a person in one of these people's positions, what can they do to redeem themselves? Or is it that the internet and cancel culture, they want blood and they want you to delete your channel? Do you think that people like James Charles, Tony Lopez deserve a chance to come back?
Yeah, not in less than a year, when in that you were rented out a mansion in Palm Springs I've been to a Coachella event at, and I can't believe that that's the place you rented. Someone told me, I was like, the fuck? Like that, no, there's like a lake. There's like a man-made lake in the back.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not taking time away.
Yeah.
That's like you not posting on social media. You're still fully living. Your friends are posting birthday pictures. That's fucking weird. I think there's always a chance for redemption, but also when it's the same mistake over and over and over.
Exactly.
it's almost you've lost credibility in my
And
opinion.
I think that's what's happened. And now
it's like Tana. She's like, I'm gonna make a whole 6-part apology series. First of all, that never came. Second of all, how many apology series are you doing?
Yeah, before you mean it.
And
if you did mean it, it's the Jenna Marbles track where you mean it and you stopped making videos.
Exactly. Like, really?
And it sucks because Jenna, you could tell, I mean, she cried and it wasn't the Laura Lee crying. It was like, you can tell.
It was just genuine human emotion.
And she has been a genuine person from the beginning.
Totally.
And she made some poor decisions.
Totally.
And that's it. And it left the internet heartbroken.
But not only did she apologize, she also used those moments as like huge learning lessons to teach people why. It's all these people like, I'm sorry I did that. I'm going to do better.
I'm learning and growing.
Maybe explain why it's bad.
Yeah.
Maybe explain why it's bad and not private the video where you did.
Right. Oh, that's the big, on those T channels, they're like, in the video that has since been deleted. I'm like, yes!
And then they like run the clip because they've downloaded it. I'm like, oh shit, everything is forever.
And deleted tweets. Oh, they have the screenshots.
Ooh, they have them.
Damn.
Bring up the next one. I've got passion now.
That was a lot.
I hate when influencers think that their actions
don't say hi, they just...
or when their words don't have like consequences. Like if they tweet something or if they're political garbage or anti-vax, whatever it is, and they're like, but don't take my word on it. Like, I'm just one person. And it's like, no, bitch, you lead like an army of people who will follow you in battle. Like your actions and your words actually do have consequences.
Yeah.
So please tweet responsibly. That's what I hate.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I also disagree with that. Yes, I understand that people with tons of followers should be aware what they're saying to tons of followers who are usually impressionable and look up to you. So they're going to most likely emulate that. On the other hand, I think people should think for themselves and understand when something is... I had a much better, clearer train of thought.
Let's talk about the flip side of these people that speak out, and I am guilty of it. I will talk from a firsthand experience. People that talk out on things that either don't directly affect them or they feel pressured to talk on.
100%.
The probability that you are going to spread misinformation is astronomical.
With Israel and Palestine, I honestly, people are like, why aren't you posting about it? You posted all about all of this. Do you not care? And I'm like,
it's not that I don't care.
It is such a complex issue.
And who are we to talk about it?
Literally, guys, if we've noticed anything from this podcast, I can barely fucking read. And I didn't like the amount of laughter that was met with as a college graduate. But like, I'm serious. It's like, no, I will speak up to the death of me for things that I feel like I can talk about. Yeah. But the amount of misinformation that I spread, I just didn't want to do that anymore when there are so many well-read and amazing resources and people to follow who do have something to say.
And you want to talk about learning and growing and, you know, from your mistakes. During Black Lives Matter, I was guilty of speaking for and over Black voices. And in the moment, it's like you don't even realize you're doing it because you think that like these people are pressuring me to speak on this. And I do have a massive following that I am not utilizing. Yeah. And so I started to utilize it. And then I realized, you know, it's like, oh, I may have overstepped. And I did overstep.
But I think it came from I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. I'm saying as someone who also overstepped, I'm pretty sure. It did come from a place of I want to use what I have for good. Yeah. But that's also an important learning thing. None of us have been through a social, like...
This position is so odd.
It's odd, but we've also never been through this kind of time in our lives where so much equality and social... I'm escaping all of the words from like a very important topic. But like the social almost revolution. Yeah. Or what is the word? Okay, no.
Social change, yeah.
Yeah,
the movements.
Yeah, the movements. It's like we've never... experience something like this as like conscious, full thinking adults.
And the pressure that I remember seeing posts that were like to my white friends, if you're silent on social media right now, I'm watching. And I was like,
but I also agree with that because because in that situation, what I find hard about like the Palestine Israel is because I'm not Middle Eastern. I don't really know. Like, I don't know anything. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I've obviously read up and learned a lot, but not enough where I feel confident to even post an opinion any longer. But with Black Lives Matter, for example, I felt so strongly about that because the issue with racism is white people.
Yeah, exactly.
So as a white person, I probably overstepped and talked over people. And that's
it was
wrong.
a learning experience.
And it was, exactly. But the fact is, I now know that the issue is with white people.
Absolutely.
It's like, that's where I'll speak up.
Yeah.
And hold my other whites accountable.
But, and the main thing that I took away from that whole situation, which was so humiliating, it's embarrassing.
Which one?
Being called out for speaking over minority voices.
Oh my God.
It is humiliating, but it's a learning experience. And from then on and to this day, whenever I feel inclined to post about it, I make sure it's from a credible, educated, Black source.
Yeah.
That is like, this is a source that you should be going to. I am merely the vessel that is delivering the information.
Yep.
So that is where I went wrong, and I think that's where a lot of white influencers went
100%.
wrong. And Shallon, if y'all follow Shallon on TikTok, CHALLXN.
I am obsessed.
She, on the TikTok podcast, she told me this. She was like, it's that pressure to speak. And in speaking, when you're not prepared and you don't know what to say, but you don't want to get canceled, you misspeak and you spread misinformation, and it ends up causing more damage than it does help.
Yep.
And I was like, Shallon, you're so right.
Oh,
so
she's so awesome.
I love her so much. And so like that was the number one takeaway. And I feel like when you're talking about accountability or learning from your mistakes or growing or being a better person, that is the growth we're looking for. Is you fucked up, don't ever do it again.
And that's the thing, is like meeting criticism, not with defensiveness. Like,
right.
Like when, I tend to get very like, no, I really thought this through. But it's like, when it comes to talking over minority voices, it's like, oh no, that's something where I need to take a step back, say, I fucked up, sit with this feeling of how shitty it feels.
Right.
And then never have it happen again.
Exactly.
And when you see people not tweeting about stuff, think about what they have tweeted in the past.
Well, and also let's talk about, oh my God, I can talk about this for so long. At what point?
This turns into the rant.
At what point did we sign on to become activists?
Well, I think that is like a tough one for me, because I go back and forth of like, I don't feel as well read. I don't feel as like, I feel so inferior when it comes to my like academic abilities almost. Like I really know that like business and creativity I like know how to do instinctively. Everything else
we're comedy channels. At what point is it like, like I got, oh my God, so many people unfollowed me during Black Lives Matter.
Same, and I don't care.
I don't give a shit, but it was shocking to me.
Oh, it's
how
wild.
many people dropped me off their feeds because I was talking about something that is a global crisis.
Literally.
Racism is a global crisis. And
Disease.
I was like, good riddance almost, it's like, you may have followed me because I made funny Jim Carrey faces, but if I'm going to talk about police brutality on my channels, like that's my right. And it's me as a person.
And it's also something I care about.
Absolutely. And it's also like, I don't feel like people can separate comedy and funny content from like, there's an actual human being making this
human
shit.
rights. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really odd.
Yeah.
And it drives me insane.
100%. 100%.
All right, next.
Yeah. Next. I like how much we're going.
So my least favorite thing about influencers,
I don't know why I expected everybody to rave
aside
about
that most of
anything.
them just seem very out of touch with everything that's going on, aside from you're wonderful. But y'all get a lot of free shit all the fucking
I think
time.
about that constantly.
All of the time. When you could most definitely go out and afford it.
Yep.
Like, no offense, cool, whatever. But like,
She's so mad.
I'm working 65, 75 hours
Hates
a
it.
week and can barely afford rent. And so it's very frustrating. And like, I get cool, whatever, but like,
Me doing my
I
best.
really hate that influencers seem to get all of this free shit.
I think about this.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Love
Love
you.
you too.
Bye. I think about this all the time.
Oh, me too.
It makes no fucking sense.
And it is so wasteful.
Oh,
The garbage and recycling that comes out of my apartment from, oh, guess what? Another beauty brand sending me shit that I don't need.
It's not even sending shit. I have a friend who got a full refrigerator that came shattered and all of the product inside leaked.
Like, it is so wasteful.
A fridge. I don't think ask before if you're sending a mini fridge.
Yeah.
If they need a mini fridge. It is insane. But I was thinking more of like fashion and stuff, like people who get expensive designer stuff for free. And I understand that's building a relationship. And I mean, one day, yes, I hope to get free shit from designers. Like, yeah, I would die. But like, I get, like, that's insane. It never makes sense when celebrities and influencers are getting expensive shit for free. I think about it all the time.
But that's celebrity culture. It literally is. And it is the trickle-down effect of you see these rich, famous people with it, and it makes middle-class people want to buy it to be like that when the rich people didn't even want it and they didn't even pay for it.
Literally. But I will say, what the fuck was I going to say?
I bet it was really important.
It was so important. It was...
I want to talk about how a lot of...
Thank you for covering while I think.
No, you're good. The behind the scenes of the influencer marketing, whatever, is I donate almost everything.
100%.
I donate it to women's shelters. I donate it to Goodwill.
Well, even like
I give it to my friends.
Even like the tissue paper, the ribbons, the boxes, I have in my closet because it's the perfect when I need to ship something when someone has a gift. I haven't bought gift wrap in fucking forever, and it's honestly lit.
And that's the way to do it, I feel like. But a lot of it gets thrown away. I mean, the packaging is so fucking wasteful.
The packaging, it blows my mind. But that's also another thing is a lot of times it comes across as influencers getting this shit for free. But like real talk, it feels really sad sometimes just to feel like a fucking billboard that these companies are like, it doesn't feel good to get all this stuff. Like when I get a weed delivery, that feels pretty good. Not gonna lie. Feels amazing. So many of the shit though that comes is just like so ingenuine, so post this, you're a little billboard freak. And it's just, there is
for free. It's free.
But which is fine. But like it isn't as like, honestly, I wish I didn't. I don't want to say I wish I didn't get the weed packages because I love those. Those are great. I'm so thankful I don't have to buy weed. But like, no, that deserves an eye roll. I just gave an eye roll to myself.
Like, we get it. We're in fucking Hollywood, California.
No, but like a lot. I don't enjoy getting PR. It's really honestly annoying.
I want to zoom out, bird's eye view, and like address how unrelatable and insensitive this conversation sounds.
No, it is.
But it is a reality of when you're thrust into this job position, you are a billboard.
Yeah.
And people know that sending you free product that costs them nothing to send, these huge companies, it's free marketing.
Yeah.
And because they know that, it's free and you feel obligated because it's
and
like,
you also
they were
feel
nice,
special that you got something.
Right.
And that's what a lot of brands...
No, I give probably about 90% of the stuff that I get
I
away.
understand how unrelatable this conversation is, and that's also... People are like, what should I do? What advice do you have to be a YouTuber? And I'm like, don't. It's really sad. I've
never been more mentally unwell.
And I've also never felt more alone. I feel the amount of people who genuinely understand all of it is so little. Like even my best friends that I've grown up with don't get it.
Well, why would they?
That's what I'm saying.
This position is so fucking weird.
It's weird, and it's not. It's obviously been done very little before, but like this whole influencer, the fact that you can start an account and become quote unquote rich and famous is insane.
It's insane, but I guess it's the American dream, brother.
Amen.
Hey, amen, and God bless. It really is, where you can build yourself from the ground up. This is what people are all talking about when they're like,
the American dream.
Just make it happen for yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, if I recognize, I don't know about you, because your come up is different than mine, where mine was so immediate, and I just kept pumping out content because I enjoyed creating. Past tense.
Always a past tense.
It's just very odd to see how quickly it develops. Online.
Yeah. Anyway, just a moment of silence for our mental sanity.
God, my therapist watching this like, shh.
My therapist doesn't even tune anymore. He's like, oh, we got enough to deal with on those Zooms. Do we have another?
There's one more.
Okay. Is this one raving about something?
No. Hey, Chris. This is Melissa, and I'm high.
Hi.
As fuck.
She's high.
But
is what she said.
I wish.
My thing about influencers, like, why do we as society...
This feels like the roast of us.
It does.
Making these talentless white people famous? Like,
us.
They just have pretty privilege.
No,
That's
we have
like
talent.
the extent of it. I don't know. Just discuss, because I would love to know your opinion on this.
If I knew why, I would love to talk about it I too, as a talented, like it took me a while to like realize that being funny is a talent.
Absolutely.
After, at this point, seeing so many unfunny people. Like, I feel good that I have a talent. I've got an actual creative backbone where I'm not just going to sit here and like say yes, slap my face on it, do that. Like I grew up literally in Delaware, no ties to entertainment, anything. It's like, I know what it's like to buy things as a fan, to watch things as a fan, to buy products. Like, it drives me nuts when untalented people, and then they complain about it. They're like, this is just so hard. I'm like, you're calling the paparazzi. Don't call them.
Yeah. The difference is, and I don't want this to be like, we're the cool ones, because
no, we are.
But okay, here's the thing. Before this, we both went to college. I worked a 9 to 5.
Same.
I made $39,000 a year. Like barely could pay my rent.
Yeah.
I have been on the flip side of this world, and that has helped me so much.
Because I think about that constantly.
Oh my God, the humility,
the starvation for just like just seeing the next week.
Yes.
Like living paycheck to paycheck.
Literally like knowing that stress, and still, like you said, being a fan and loving this world, this entertainment, the internet, you know, of like the YouTube community and now TikTok, and just like finding your comfort person and just loving them with everything you have. We've been on the flip side. I feel the same. As our sister.
I need to get a new fucking headset.
In.
Honestly, I feel the exact same.
Where it's like you look at these people, but you know the comforting thing is, and I don't want to name names, but I'll name names to you after this podcast.
Oh, thank God.
Is that these people? There's an expiration date on them.
That is the most important part to tell yourself, which sounds so evil.
It sounds malicious.
But like, I remember, example, for Alex from Target. That was probably year 5 of me uploading videos consistently, doing this all on my own, having full-time jobs, doing full-time school.
Yeah.
Like, YouTube was like the thing that I would come home from school or do on the weekends when I had
creative outlet
time. Yeah, it was like a hobby. It genuinely was just a fucking hobby. And where was I even going with that?
Alex from Target.
Oh, but yeah, I remember Alex from Target. I would bust my ass and be like, this is so funny. I put so much time and effort, and that doesn't mean it. That doesn't make something good, putting time and effort. Right. But I believed in it, and I genuinely felt like I had a good sense of what was good and what wasn't. When Alex from Target blew up, I remember thinking, this is so unfair.
Right.
He just has this
huge
career overnight, and I'm still busting my ass to get like 10K views, which is a lot. Like, that is a lot. I was just a little fucking brat. But looking back, I'm so grateful to have like slowly climbed and slowly just kind of worked at my own pace, always made
it means so much more.
It means so much more. And I've also built such a stronger foundation.
Absolutely.
For just the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And so it is weird, but remembering that there's an expiration date when there isn't anything to stand on.
If you're a funny person, you're always going to be a funny person.
If you're
a singer, you'll always be an artist or whatever.
Obviously have like throat surgery.
Unless you have nodes.
Yeah. Nodes.
Nords. Oh, that's good.
Nords.
But you know what I mean? Where it is like this pretty privileged era that we're in right now.
It's hard.
It is so hard to be a bystander and be like,
I feel good about myself.
What qualifies you to be the, oh my God. Oh, and the effects it's had on my mental health as a plus size woman online with a platform. Beside the comments I get that are just like, you're so brave. You're so brave for posting your body.
No.
I'm like, I'm just sitting here. No. I'm just here. You're so brave for posting with your forehead out. Girl, it's just my face. It's just my head.
I can't really change it.
It's like, those are the comments I get that are like, I'm so glad to see my body type represented. It's like, girl, I'm glad that you find some form of comfort in watching me be fat online. But like, that makes me feel bad. And when I see people dancing and showing, oh my God, TikTok is the new Tumblr. We can talk about this.
Oh, why?
The ED Tumblr of like showing off how skinny you are. Or like,
oh, I must not have this For You page.
Oh,
Phone,
bitch.
Don't be listening, please.
Yeah, delete.
I'm going to keep the For You page I had. I really enjoy it.
No, ED Tumblr is literally, we're back on it with TikTok, where it's these trends that are solely based around showing off your body.
Song, yes, I see what you're talking about now.
That song is like, shawty got a big old booty. And it's the pan up from your feet up to your head. It's literally just to show if your body does this. And if it doesn't, they roast you in the comments. Butterface, I was expecting more when it got to her head. Damn, it's just like tearing women apart. And I'm watching this and I'm like, what is wrong with me?
At least you're brave.
It drives me on. Yeah, at least I'm a soldier. I'm a veteran.
At least you're brave.
Literally a veteran. But it's literally like, it's triggering.
Yeah.
And I don't seek this stuff out. It's just there.
That's what I fucking hate. Is like just the public opinion. And it's like, I get it. I'm not like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I get it. I've accepted it. It still sucks.
Yeah, no,
Anyway, let's bring this to a lighter note.
Anyway.